Hi, and welcome to Lumi Stitch, where thread tell tales. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you have, thank you for watching and subscribing. And I just want to let you know, I also have an Etsy shop where I create project bags, hand-dyed Ada, and I do have a section of my charts as well. So let's get started. And if you want to check out my Etsy shop, I will leave a link down in the description box. The first whip that I'm going to show you is going to be my own charts that I showed you and created in the last Flosstube. It's Atom Band Sampler, and I start working on that already. That sampler is also available in my Etsy shop if you want to check it out and stitch along with me. Right there. So I stitched the top portion, and these stitches right here, they can be either done in a single strand or double strand. I think this double strand would work just fine for it, but I did wanted to try it with a single strand. So the top one is an Algerian eye, then just mushrooms and some back stitch, and this is a satin stitch, and it's done basically it's just like straight lines, one shorter, one um longer. Yeah. And the sampler only uses 11 colors, and this is 28 count Lugana color whisper, and all of this is stitched with DMC except for one color. When I went to Hobby Lobby, I grabbed one from the correct basket, but somebody put the wrong floss there, and they were so close together that I had to, when I started stitching it the other day, I I was like, what happened? So I had to go one of my painting fairy kits, and I pulled it out from there, and I double checked it against the DMC chart with real threads, the master set, and they were exact match. So painting fairy threads can work as well, and they're as good as DMC. All right, let's move on to the next start. The next one is a full coverage that I started. It's called Steam Locomotive. I'm going to be looking at my notes here. And Steam Locomotive Blue Sky, this was designed in a Photoshop by somebody on Instagram, and then it was converted to a chart. So I did try to look them up. I'll put the picture up there of their account, but I cannot find them on Instagram. I'm just gonna show you the preview in Cross Stitch Saga app. This and then I'll tell you the stats. Okay, let's do it so we don't have that. So this is a like, I don't know, it's if it's the moon or the planet there, and the steam locomotive just, you know. So I started this in, let's see, upper left corner, because it was more interesting to me, because at the bottom is just like dark colors and grass, but on the top is like dark blues, and then there's some pinks. So I started it right there, and let's see how much I stitched on it. I stitched on it actually 2 days, and I kind of went over a little bit all over the place. Where you see that little pink, that's where I stitched, because I really wanted to get to those pink colors. And so basically I stitched on it for 2 days, and I am at 506 stitches total, and the progress is 0.32%, and this chart is 154,000 stitches, so that is minus 506 stitches. And let me show you what it looks like. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you the colors for, sorry for jumping all over the place. I forgot to show you the color for Atom Band samplers. This is the colors that I have on here. that I already put on there, and there is going to be 3 more colors right there. These are DMC. And let's see. Yeah, this is all DMC except this color. And this is DMC against the other colors. You cannot even tell the difference in quality or color. All right. So I'm stitching this steam Blue Sky steam locomotive on 18 count Ada 2/1 strands. Let me get it situated. So this is the upper left corner, and it has like I think maybe 4 colors in here right there. And then I just stitch with some purple, and then I managed to make a mistake because not because how I was counting, but the count right here was off, and I was going off of it. And then when I saw the spaces were not correct, I recounted, and so I had to frog it and just restitch it, and it was a little bit of frustrating, but you know, I was glad I discovered the mistake before I went on, because that would have been a disaster. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna show you the actual floss that I have it kitted up with. I have it kitted up with Painting Fairy, and like I said, they're as good as DMC. So I just ordered all floss from them, and they sent like 50 in each. So I have not put them on the floss drops yet. I am putting them on as I go. And I forgot to tell you how many colors are in here. Cross Stitch Saga updated their the way things look inside in statistics. So let's see. It says the floss solid colors are 49 and it has 19 blends. So it's 50, about 68 colors. All right. And the next one is going to be Jinlin Ranunculus, and I'm already sitting at 12.4%. I'm going to show it to you. I'm also stitching it in Cross Stitch Saga. This chart was, it was a needle point that converted into cross stitch. And I stitched on it one day for 236 colors. All right. I'm stitching this on 14 count Ada with a sequin. So I want to show you the floss. Just look at those colors. It's beautiful. And let me put the back, something in the back. All right. And we have more progress. I mostly worked in this area, so it's growing that way. I think it looks very nice. It's like such a pick-me-up colors. All right. And let's see how many stitches I put in there. Let me give you statistic. I already said I have 236 stitches, and we're sitting at 12.47%. So it's almost 12.5%. This is a good progress. All right. The next one is going to be Christmas Sled Stocking is by Dimensions. And let's see how much I stitched on it. I stitched on it. Gotta look at my notes because I forgot. Okay, so Christmas stocking, I added 543 stitches, and it was one day of stitching, and I'm sitting at 10.65%. And I'm gonna show you the preview on the actual kit. This is the stocking, and I'm just keeping it in this bag. Excuse the crinkling. These are the majority of the colors. These are some more there. And I'm gonna show you the canvas. The canvas is 16 count Ada. It's called blue gray. No, it's blue, gray blue dove or something like that. I forget. So I did work more on here. I know because it's kind of boring to work in here, but you get a lot of progress. And I did all this at the bottom. And I discovered that I was off with the thread thickness, like supposed to be for the blend right here and right here, 4 strands half stitch, and I only got 2 strands, one of each. It was a blend. So right here, this is almost a little bit more than 200 stitches. I have to go over it and just stitch over it with 2 more strands. So this is double the work. But I'm just gonna leave it for now, and when I feel like it, I'm gonna pick it up again and stitch it again. Yeah. So let me give you, I think I already gave you statistics. Gosh, it's so hot in here because I have a window closed. Goodness, and this room gets so hot so fast because it's a small apartment. Okay, next one we have is a Santa's truck stocking. Let me show you the preview. This is it right here. It's so beautiful, so many happy colors. And I'm also stitching it in cross stitch saga, but let me show you the floss. So it's typical dimensions floss. I think they're about like a yard or a little bit longer than a yard length of the floss. All right, let's see the statistics. So, and this stacking, I'm already sitting at 6.02%. And let me see how many times I stitched on it. All right, let's see here. Christmas sled stacking. Oh, no, that's the other one. I think I stitched on it one day. And I stitched on it for one day for a total of 242 stitches. The reason being because I've been so busy sewing those bags, and plus I was making some portfolios from Etsy shop, custom orders, and those do take a lot of time, and I'm just was so exhausted. Yeah. All right, we are done with the saga stuff, and counted cross stitch. Next is going to be 2 new starts, very small ones, and this is Painting Fairy. And look how cute. So this one called Cookies and Cream, and when I'm done stitching it, I'm not gonna stitch the border. I'm planning on making it in something like a little bag or a pouch, something cutesy. All right, so this is what count is this? 14 count. Oops, let me get my board here. I'm making such a big mess in there. I'm gonna have to clean up. And look at that. I stitched all that. I stitched on it like throughout the whole week. I lost count because I was counting the threads and I just got so tired of it. Look, there's some cookies right there. You can see. I think those are chocolates, and the cookies are right here. This is the cup and the top of the latte or the coffee. And it's half stitch, mostly half stitch right here. And I love these colors, even though I don't like stitching with dark colors. This right here is really not dark to me because they're warm colors. And this reminds me of like cacao and stuff like that, and chocolates. And I love anything that's chocolatey. Yeah. Yeah, so nice. And I actually wanted to keep on stitching on this, but I knew I needed to touch other things that I wanted to stitch on, and if I would be just stitching on it, then I wouldn't get anything else done. All right, the next one is called Lavender and Books. How cute. And then this right here, it's not as bright as the actual threads. I'll show you the floss in a minute. And I managed to make a mistake with the thickness of the threads. The you know how many thread goes here. Like, I'm used to stitching with just 2 strands. That's what mostly stem cross stitches, but painting fairy, they're stepping it up, and they're actually giving us half stitches, back stitch, French knots, quarter stitches. So they're up in their game, and that's good because that means the design is gonna look a lot nicer. But what I did halfway right here with this dark purple, I just did full crosses. That was more work for me. It was just half a stitch. I would have been further along. So I'm just gonna leave it since it's only halfway. It might look like it was intended to do so. So I'm just gonna leave it that way. And this is actually 16 count also. Let's see here. Yeah, it has like a border around, not the brown one, but inside the border, inside the border. And I'm not gonna stitch that. I think it looks better without the border because it's gonna be also something that's on a bag or something. The printing is so clear here. All right, I'm gonna show you the floss. It's not that much floss they put in there because you don't need that much, but you're gonna have a floss left over because this is a very small cross stitch. And if you like this these two kits and you want to purchase it, I actually only paid 99 cents. Can you believe it? Yeah, so if you want to purchase it, I have another video of unboxing, and I do have direct link in that video. I do not make any money off of it. I'm just sharing the information because if you wanted something that's affordable, because this is like a promotion they have. Their stuff is not cheap. The shipping is $9.99, but if you get $49 worth of stuff or over, they will ship it for free and there is no tax. Of course, this is all in US dollars. So beautiful. All right. And the next part is gonna be the project bag, not the project bag, the portfolio that I made, the custom set portfolio for a customer on Etsy. It was made from a Tilda fabric with a blackbird fabric inside with a cute little pin. So that's gonna be next, and after that, it's gonna be a short, small video of the nature. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.